Hey guys, what is up? It's on a Wednesday at 4 o'clock, and I'm here with a good buddy of mine. Football Talk with Benny. Say what's up, my guy.
Yo, what is up, everybody?
Yeah, that's it. So his link is in the description below. Please give him some love. He really knows it's New York Giants. He definitely
Yeah.
knows a lot about the game. So I'm just telling you guys, subscribe to him. And don't worry about the ticker. I'll take care of that. So don't worry about that. So I just wanted to say here, the Giants right now. What are your feelings after the first game?
Man, that first game was a tough one. It was not a good game, I guess. I still have some hope. Like, it doesn't really change all my opinions and all on it, but yeah, it definitely worries me a little bit. I feel like the thing about the this game was like it wasn't I mean, like I feel like there were points where we were definitely in it, but it really just fell apart. And really, it was like a whole team type of loss. It really wasn't just us type of loss. So I think it was really like the entire team. I really don't think it was like just a specific like spot in it. Like Daniel Jones, he had this one big fumble. Other than that, he really wasn't that bad. He wasn't great, but he wasn't horrible. And there's a lot of other positions I can go over. Throughout this, but yeah, there were definitely a lot of players that didn't play well or as well as I thought. Just to let you know, I don't know if you posted like more than 2 videos today. I'm not getting. Oh, actually, no. I just finally got your notification. It just came in a little late.
Yeah.
This is
I
thing where you
uploaded it
do,
like right before the stream. So I uploaded it like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yes, that's why. Okay. Well, yeah, so like yeah, but I feel like we didn't play to our standard. We didn't play how we should be, and I'm not gonna overreact, but it definitely worries me. I mean, if we don't, I don't think we're gonna win this Washington game, and I'm not gonna be too mad if we lose that one because I honestly, it's gonna be a really hard game. But if we aren't at least close to winning it or like compete in it, then I'm gonna be really mad. So, that's my thing with it.
Yeah, and we got a couple people in here. We got Big Play Slay. What is good? We got my guy Philly Insider Podcast, aka Eagles. What's up? I was just on the phone with him talking about a little fantasy trade that someone offered me. So maybe you can help me out with this. My buddy sent me a trade. He was going to give me Dallas Goedert for Melvin Gordon. So what is your opinions on that? Should I accept that or not? And I know how
it really depends on your team. Like, who are your starting running backs right now?
My running backs right now in that league is Mike Davis, Kareem Hunt, and I have James Conner on the bench. So Melvin Gordon's my flex.
Okay, and then what is your
my tight end? George Kittle and Ferkser off the bench.
Oh, for Melvin. Oh wait, who do they want you to trade for? You're trading for
Goddard. He's gonna give me Goddard, and I have to give him Melvin Gordon.
No, I wouldn't do
that. Guys in the chat,
please
let me know.
And I'm not doing that because I don't think it fits your team well. I think in a lot of teams that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, for that one, for your team, you definitely want to keep Melvin Gordon, and I don't think there's really too much of a point for you to get Goddard.
Yeah, he's like really in need for a running back, and Slay, he actually sent you a trade in our league, so it's not a good trade for you. That's what everyone's telling me. Yeah. But yeah, just like I would love Goddard, but I still feel like George Kittle is still gonna ball out.
George Kittle is an absolute beast. You're gonna want him starting and stuff like throughout the entire year.
Yeah,
and I feel like Melvin Gordon had a good game last year, and I honestly think Melvin Gordon might become your best running back. To be honest, I like him. I might even like him the most out of your running back. So I definitely
I do too.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of funny.
Who are your
I like Kareem Hunt. I like
Kareem Hunt, but he does worry me because he's with Nick Chubb in the backfield.
Yeah. And I have Mike Davis. The only reason I picked him is because of Matt Ryan, and he doesn't run. So I'm like, for running, Mike Davis, I guess, right? The first half against the Eagles, like we were gonna run all over. Like the rush defense was bad, like terrible. Yeah. We could not stop anybody. So I was like, okay, Mike Davis might get me some points here. He might do a little this, a little that. And what do you know? He did not. He got me like 9 or 10 points or something. I still won. So
Oh, really? I didn't even think he got that much. I didn't realize that. That's
yeah, I
I
won.
thought he was like 4 or 5 points, to be honest.
Something like that. Maybe I forget. But yeah, he got me his point. So maybe I was actually thinking about putting Mike Davis as my flex and putting Melvin Gordon starting running, even though it's like the same exact thing. So I don't know. What's your opinions on hold on. What's your opinions on Saquon Barkley right now? Because I know did he get used a lot? Or was he injured? I'm confused.
Nah, he was. So here's the thing. A lot of I did my podcast with Bryson yesterday. I don't know if you saw it, but like we went over the injuries, and Bryson had put in, because he kind of did like the injuries and stuff, and he had put in like, this isn't his fault or anything. Like Ian Rappaport or somebody said, I think actually maybe it was Dan Duggan from the Giants, said Saquon Barkley was limited with a knee injury, but he didn't have like any extra injuries. It's still just the old ACL injury. And yeah, they're working him in. He played. He's not injured, but he's definitely not like, maybe not necessarily 100%, but they're definitely working him in. I think he only had like 10 carries, which isn't like that much for Saquon. And he really, with those 10 carries, got nothing going. So I think they kind of stopped using him, not just because of the fact that they're easing him in, but because of also the fact that he just wasn't working. And I don't really think it was his fault. I think there was a couple things, and I talked about this in my video. Like there's I think I said 3 main reasons why he struggled. And thanks for that. Right there, that ticker. But so yeah, the first thing was the first thing was what was it? The coaching. I didn't think they really coached like the running well. It wasn't like anything special really with using. They kind of just kept them running up the middle. There was like no runs to like the left side at all. It was only there's a couple runs to the outside on the right, but like there's nothing on the outside like on the left. They also didn't really use the creativity on the receiving game for him. They really didn't use him at all in the receiving game. I think they used him once. It was a screen pass, which I wanted them to do more with him, and it just didn't work really that well. But I think if we can involve him more like screens and stuff, that would help. Then his second is the offensive line. The offensive line was actually very good in pass blocking. Once we got Nate Solder out of playing, we brought in Matt Parrott, and we took Shane Lemieux out, and I believe we put Ben Bredson in. But they struggled a lot in the run blocking because Ben Bredson's better pass blocker, worse run blocker. So he's kind of the opposite of like a guy like Shane Lemieux. So yeah, definitely the run blocking wasn't great. But so that was like another reason why. Yeah, and then the third reason why is like kind of because of the injury. I think he's just kind of getting eased in. But yeah, so like I feel like I'm hoping he does some good stuff this tomorrow. Really get some more runs, but it could be a little longer. I'm excited for the Falcons game. I think that might be where he like really gets to show what he's made of.
Oh yeah. I mean,
run all over him.
I mean, Denver's defense is better than the Falcons.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
They have a beast of a secondary. Their run defense is also really good. Yeah, their run defense was like played very well. They have Von Miller, who is absolute beast also.
So you're gonna like the trade, my buddy. Who's in the league I just offered.
Yeah.
Offered this Slay. Look at the bottom. He offered him Goddard for Derrick Henry. Like, he's in desperate need of a running back. I forget who he is. Yeah. I tried to tell him.
He's got to offer something more up. He's got to offer more up.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you. Vic, Saquon is on a pitch count, and they're on. Yeah, they gotta be.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Now,
they gotta be. I'm not mad about that. If it seemed like I was mad about it, I'm happy we're using him because the worst thing would just be to get injured again. I really would be upset about that. So I'm fine with him getting used.
So I think it was like a week ago. I was out to dinner for my best friend's birthday, and he was saying how the Ravens were offering the Giants like I think it was 3 first-round picks for Saquon Barkley.
I'll be honest, I doubt that could be something like it's like people like made up like a type of trade like that. But I doubt that's true because I literally heard nothing like actual even rumors or stuff like that from actual like sources about like the trade. So I've only heard one thing. The only thing I heard like about it was people were saying, "Oh, maybe the Ravens want to trade for Saquon because all their running backs injured." I didn't hear anything else about any interest from both sides or anything. So I honestly doubt that's true. If they were giving up 3 first-round picks, I might have to take that. Saquon's my favorite player, but I mean, 3 first-round picks is a lot.
Slay, DM him on Twitter. He was actually talking to me about DeAndre Swift. So you can DM him on Twitter for that. So, I mean, would you do Swift for Goddard? I mean, maybe. But
Goddard for
yeah, he's
Swift
in desperate need of a damn. Yeah, he really is.
Who's
It's
running
sad.
backs? Do you know who's running backs are?
Hold on, let me pull it up. I'm gonna share the
Yeah,
screen.
I got to hear this.
Yeah, hold on.
He's
give
really
me
that
one-
desperate. Then his running backs got
Yeah,
pretty
just,
bad.
I want to pull up his team real quick. So there it is, and I'm gonna screen share it. Give me 1 second here. So how's your day today, man? As I'm doing that.
It was good. Yeah, I had a good day today. School.
Cool.
I
So-
got 1 day left in the week for school. I just got Friday because I got off tomorrow and all with the Jewish holidays. So yeah, I'm pretty excited just to have the weekend and all, and I'm excited for tomorrow to watch the game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So this is my buddy's team right here. Hold on. I forgot to do something. There we go. Yo, what's up, admin? What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah.
He was on my show last night. A very knowledgeable football guy and football talk with Ben. If you want to collab with him, he's that guy. Like,
I'm
seriously.
about to go check out his channel right now.
Yeah, you do.
But let's see his team. Okay.
Hunter has Kamara and Gibson. Yeah.
Ooh, that's really. How do you? I'm not trying to be mean, but how do you draft that fat running backs? Like, did he draft somebody out that got hurt or something?
We have a 14-team league in this one, and he drafted. It was a joke. I told him he would not draft a kicker. His first overall pick, he had the 14th pick in the round.
Uh-huh.
He took a kicker. So he took a kicker. Look, he took Justin Tucker.
Wait, why did he take a kicker in the first?
Because I told him that he would not take a kicker. That he will not.
Oh
He was
my
like,
God.
"You want to bet?" Boop. I know how to push his buttons. I know this guy in real life. He's like one of my close personal friends. Like,
you know how to push him, man.
So-
that holds his team back so far now.
yeah. I mean, he didn't. He wanted me. He offered me Tyreek Hill for Stephon Diggs and James Conner. I said no to that because I wanted Diggs. That was my second round pick. So
Honestly,
I still
that wouldn't be that's actually a good trade for. That could be a good trade for both sides.
It would. So he has Darrell Henderson Jr. and AJ Dillon. And for his backup, he's got
Tevin Coleman.
Devin Coleman, yeah.
You guys are only having 4 backups? Is that what I saw?
No, that's what he did. Let me see how much I got. I think I have more. Yeah, I got 5.
Wait, I'm just wondering, how did he only get 4
Because he has a backup kicker.
Oh.
So, yeah, I have a backup defense. So, yeah, those are his running backs, man. I'm just like, he's in need. My buddy's in need of a kicker. I mean, not a kicker, geez, of a running back.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's see. Okay, that's his team right there. Yeah, that's a tough. I'm guessing he lost last week, right? Yeah.
I beat him.
You beat him. Wait, can I see your team? Can I see yours?
Yeah. Hold on. I was just there. You know why I beat him? Because I had Melvin Gordon.
Oh. Honestly, Melvin Gordon, though, watching the game, he only had really one really big run. Like, other than that, which was a great run, but other than that, he actually didn't do too much. But I mean, it works for fantasy.
So I got Mahomes, Diggs, Jamar Chase, yes, Kareem Hunt, Mike Davis, George Kittle, Melvin Gordon, Jalen Reagor, Baker Mayfield, and who's ever watching this, whoever wants a backup quarterback, Baker Mayfield is available. James Conner, Anthony Ferguson, that's like my only gripe, and Cole Beasley. And then I got Robbie Gould, the Rams defense, and Seattle's defense.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool team right there. That's actually a really good team. I like it. I like it a lot. My only worry, I guess, for that team would probably be that what's his name, Mike Davis, because I'm not the biggest Mike Davis guy. But other than that, I think I really like that team right there.
Yeah. And for a 14-team league, I had the 13th pick.
Oh, it's 14 team? Okay, then I understand. Yeah, that's way better.
I took Mahomes.
You took Mahomes? Really?
I took Mahomes at the 13th pick. No, wait.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, I took Mahomes.
That's
I was just like, you know what? Give me Mahomes.
I mean, yeah, your team turned out good, so I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
and
complain.
then
I
I
wouldn't
took
know.
Diggs on the way back. Maybe I could have taken a better running back there, but then I was like, you know what? I wanted the second best wide receiver in the fantasy. And yeah, so that's my team.
Uh-huh.
In my third league, I think it was Vic's league, I beat him. Yeah, I'm 2-1 total for this week. Correct.
I was like 2-2 in my leagues. I think I joined 4 leagues.
Oh, you doing 4? That's what Eamon is
Every
doing.
year I always say I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna like focus on like 2 teams maybe this year, just like really so I'm focusing. And of course, every year I end up with like a bunch of teams. So next year I'm really gonna do my best to limit it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Are
yeah.
yours,
So
yours are probably not for money, right?
no, none of them are for money or any years.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
did
I've
one for
never.
money years ago. It was like $20, and I came in legit last place.
Yeah,
Like,
the only time I've done one for money is when I was doing it with my uncle. Like that was the first time I did fantasy. I did it with like my uncle, so he could kind of show me how to do it because I was pretty young. I did that for a year or two, and that was for money. And we actually came in second place, which is really cool. So
oh, nice.
I got a little bit of the money from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was But like yeah, I've been doing fantasy for how long have you been doing fantasy? Like
I've been doing fantasy for like a while. So my whole thing is when I was like in high school or I forget middle school or whatever, I was so addicted to it. Dude, I did fantasy golf. I did NASCAR.
oh
I
my
did them
god.
all. I did them all, and my grades reflected it. So I was like, I took a break for like a couple years. I came back for that money league, and this is for my first year actually doing multiple fantasy leagues at once.
Oh okay.
So, yeah. So you were talking about the Washington, how you're playing against them tomorrow. Your thoughts again? Like you're not
Yeah,
feeling
I
confident?
don't think we're gonna win that. I think it's gonna be really hard. We're playing against a team that's actually a very good team. I have a lot of respect for Washington right now. Fantasy golf. Yeah, I have never heard of that. Yeah, so a team that I respect a lot. We're playing away and in a short week. We're coming off a loss. It was before the loss or anything. It's not about the loss from last week that makes you think we're gonna lose it. I've always had us losing to Washington in this game. And I think it's just for me, it stays that way. I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be like something like 23-20, like where they win, or 24-20, or 27-23, like something like that. But it will be close. But I know my opinion. But
Yeah.
I mean, as long as we play it close, I'll be fine with it because I can see how we can lose this game. We're playing against a good team once again on a short week, so I'm not gonna be mad if we lose this one. As mad as like I was with the Broncos game, especially because we just didn't stay in it. Like we gotta at least like compete. Like I like if we don't compete in this game though, like if it's like a score, like if they're winning by like 2 touchdowns at the end, before like garbage time and all, like I'm gonna be upset. Like that's where I get in that.
So, I just gotta say this. How do you feel about Daniel Jones going into for the rest of the season or just up to tomorrow? How do you feel
He
about it?
wasn't that bad last game. It's like the same thing with that one preseason game where he like threw that interception. Like he wasn't bad. It was just one play that was horrible and blows up, and it makes him look like he played a horrible game. He wasn't good. Don't get me wrong, but he was decent. Like he didn't play horrible. He hit some nice throws, but he also missed some throws. He was inaccurate on some throws, so he didn't play a good game. But he didn't play a bad game in my opinion. I didn't think it was that bad. Thank you, Evan. I just subbed to you back, by the way. So
yeah, you guys should definitely collab. Big Play Slay actually said here, Eamon and Benny, that's interesting. They both 13 years old and smart as hell. Both interesting. That's interesting.
What team is Eamon a fan of?
Niners.
Okay. Right,
So that's why I had him on last night. We were
okay, that's interesting.
shooting everything. So yeah, he's a big Niners guy. Like even though he got the Niners beating us, I got us beating them. So it's gonna be a good game.
You guys beating Niners? I want to hear about that. What's your reasoning on that?
I just got because it's just the offense, man. Because I really don't think they have enough speed and their number one corner is out, to speed to cover up Smith, Rager, Watkins, and then you got Goddard and Ertz, and then you have Miles Sanders. I mean, their defense is better than the Falcons, like we discussed earlier, but I still have that feeling. I got to ride with my team. It will be a tougher game. It will be. So I'm just
I
like,
think if you guys are gonna want to win this one, you're gonna have to be able to rely on the passing a little more. You're not gonna be able to rely on that run, because they have a good run defense. But yeah, if you guys can pass on them, I think I could definitely see you winning. You know?
yeah, I can definitely see that. The only thing I said that I was kind of worried about, any Eagles fans in here can hopefully agree with me on this, is the linebackers. I'm not very confident with our linebackers against the tight ends. So they have
That
George
is true.
Kittle. So that's my only gripe or issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I never understood it. Maybe you can explain to me why. I never understood why you guys were like. I'm not saying you specifically, but a lot of people on your fan base are really excited and happy about your linebackers because I've always thought they're one of the worst linebacking groups in the league, maybe the worst. So I don't know. Can you explain to me? Do you think they're good or what? What do you think about
I think the linebackers are better than they were last year because we got Eric Wilson. We have Alex Singleton and Ryan Kerrigan, who's more of an edge rusher, but I consider him as a linebacker from time to time.
Oh yeah.
We did get better, and we have a new system under Jonathan Gannon. But I just want to see them cover a good tight end. They did good against Kyle Pitts. They did good against Kyle Pitts, but he's a rookie.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see them do well against a valued top 5 tight end, and that's George Kittle.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with me on the linebackers, and you didn't say this, but when I ask people about that a lot of times people are like, well, who was it? I think Alex Singleton. Did he have 100 tackles last year? Who was it in the Eagles that had a lot of tackles?
I'm trying to think now.
Let me search up Eagles stats from 2020 or something.
All right.
But they bring up the tackle numbers, and I'm like, well, yeah, but tackles first off, they don't mean everything because players can get tackles that are very bad tackles, or they can do tackles that are not just a run. They're not doesn't mean necessarily they're a run stuff. It could mean that they got 10 yards, on the run. Wait, why can I not get to? I'm trying to find the 2020 stats, but yeah,
I think he had over 100. I'm pretty sure, but
yeah, but anyway, so people bring up Alex Singleton had 100 tackles, and I'm like, you know what? The problem about that though is somebody's gonna get a lot of tackles no matter what. Somebody's gonna rack up tackles, so you got to give me more than they got a lot of tackles last year. But you didn't say that. And I think you guys probably are better this year at linebacker than you were last year. But I could still be really worried about it.
Everyone's worried about their teams in some position. So what about the Giants for you? What positions are you worried about or concerned about with the defense?
Defense or offense?
For defense for the Giants, what are you
the thing I'm most concerned about, I actually talked about this yesterday. I think it was on the Hub stream, and I talked about this a little bit. There's 2 things I'm most worried about on defense. First is the linebacking group's coverage abilities, because I feel like Jabril Peppers, if he could get a role where he didn't have to cover the tight end, he would be a lot better. He struggles a lot on tight end coverage. He's better on the running backs or receivers sometimes, and also blitzing and doing his thing in the run game. So I feel like he's better with that type of stuff. And him covering tight ends isn't ideal. But we don't have a linebacker that can cover tight ends necessarily. Blake Martinez, I like him a lot, but he's not a good coverage player. He's a great run defender. But yeah, not great in coverage. And they actually really exposed that last week. Supposedly, I didn't really actually see it too much, but from what I heard from people who actually went through and watched the film that are Giants fans, supposedly he did struggle a lot in the coverage and stuff. So, I think he'll be better most weeks than that, or how he was last week. But he's definitely not a coverage linebacker. Tate Crowder is kind of like Blake Martinez, in my opinion, where he's not horrible in coverage, but he's not great in it. So I really want a coverage linebacker. I'm fine with our linebackers as far as run defense. But the biggest thing I'm worried about is our edge rushers, because Lorenzo Carter did not play well last week. He just didn't get any pressure. Oshane Ximines, I haven't been a fan of him for a while now. It's always been kind of disappointing to me. Had struggled getting pressure. So the only guy, in my opinion, that I'm actually excited about as far as the edge rushers, or happy about, I'm hoping, is really Azeez Ojulari right now. Well, actually, Lorenzo Carter a little, but I don't have as much trust in him as Azeez, who actually had his first sack last week. He looked actually decent. Besides roughing the passer, he actually looked decent. But
Yeah.
so that's those are my two biggest worries. So.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So last week, I forget the Broncos quarterback. What's it, Bridgewater?
Yeah, Bridgewater played.
He looked good.
Oh my god, he looked amazing. He looked like different. Like he just looked so comfortable there. He just looked like he was perfect. Like I'll be honest. I don't know if it was our defense or if they have something going, but I mean he just looked like so comfortable, and I was like, come on, why do you have to break out like this against us? But I don't know. I'm interested. That's something I'm interested to see. Like the Broncos and all. Like how do they do against other teams? It's always interesting because like you don't really know too much about teams in the first game. Like I remember when we played the Jaguars a couple of years ago. If they were coming off their AFC Championship, we're like, this is gonna be a really hard team, and we lost to them. But that was the year they ended up like being horrible. So we're like, well, it turns out we really didn't play that good of a team. Actually, so yeah, I'm interested to see the Broncos if Teddy Bridgewater keeps it up. Because if he does, then that means maybe it wasn't really fully our fault, and they're just a good team. But if he doesn't, then that means we definitely just weren't playing well, probably. So.
All right. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Admin, the read you brought up cut or take a white side. So for me, he actually did get injured.
He did?
Foot or something. I think he's okay. He's not on the injury report, I believe. But for me, I say no because think about it. He doesn't play it. Would I rather have Fulgham and Hightower? Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But during the preseason, Fulgham did nothing. Hightower he lost passion for the game. So I'd rather have a player like Whiteside and not his umbrella, his actual player, and just ball out and do his best. And he's arguably the best blocking wide receiver we got. So, and Fulgham just stunk it up in preseason and training camp. He just stunk it up. So, with that being said, maybe they should, but I'm like, why would you get rid of first Dave Kell? What?
Who would you get rid
of? Man, I'm tired. Who would you get rid of first, Dave Gettleman or Daniel Jones?
Ooh, that's interesting. Now, to be honest, I think if one of them goes away, it's like both. Like, if Dave Gettleman's going to go away, it's going to be Daniel Jones is going to be going away. If Daniel Jones goes away, Dave Gettleman's going to be going away. But if I had to pick somebody right now, it would probably be Dave Gettleman, at least for now, I would say. But at the end of the season, it could be Daniel Jones, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be realistic here. I'm like still hearing some Giants fans, not saying you, not saying Nate, not saying what's the other guy's name? Albie. I'm not saying you three, but I've seen other Giants fans still say that Daniel Jones is better than Jalen Hurts, and I'm like, are you freaking serious? I mean,
I don't know. I think that right now for me, I'm not going to overreact to week one, so I think they're around the same right now, to be honest. That's just my thought on it. I think they're both really in the same position. If I see more of what Jalen Hurts did last week, though, dude, I'm going to be by far more into liking Jalen Hurts than like Daniel Jones. If they both play the way they did, like for most of the next 5 weeks or 6 weeks, then definitely Jalen Hurts is definitely going to be the better quarterback. But for now, I just have them as equal, to be honest. Jalen Hurts really, really good, but at the same time, I can't overreact because first off, it was 1 week. Second off, it was week one where everything is crazy every year. And then third, the Falcons were a pretty bad defense. But I don't want to take credit away from Jalen Hurts, what he did. I mean, it was
right.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. I agree 1,000%. And I just gotta say, I'm calling Big Play Slay out. Sorry, Slay, but he would keep on saying that Daniel Jones is better than Jalen Hurts, and then until last week, he came out and said Jalen Hurts is better than Daniel Jones. Like, why did it take you that long to say it? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he was taking I don't know if you've been in some of the Eagles live streams or something, but he's been getting major backlash for that.
Oh, really?
He's doing his he was backing it up, everything. That's something I admire from him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I gotta get you on the channel. You're an Adams fan.
I feel like a couple of weeks ago, I definitely had Daniel, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, I had Daniel Jones over Jalen Hurts, but eventually I kind of changed my mind. Now I just think they're both equal for a while now. Basically equal. I could give a slight advantage to either of them, to be honest. They're both, but I just kind of give it to equal.
Yeah, you have to see what's more. But from what I've seen through years past, especially Daniel Jones falling, that. I think I told you this before, but if not, I'm just going to say it here. When the Eagles were playing the Giants that game, I was on the phone with my friend who's a Giants fan. And
Oh
I'm like,
man.
dude, you saw that fall from Daniel Jones? He hung up on me, didn't talk to me for a week. Yeah, and
That was tough. I mean, we still scored a touchdown, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was just tough. Like watching him fall over.
yeah, Brayden, I'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk. So, I just gotta say this exactly. That guy who I mentioned, Giants fan, he lived here before he moved to Florida in third grade. He was a die-hard Eagles fan. Like he had every jersey imaginable, and then once he moved to Florida, I think it took him like 2 years, and then he switched to being a Giants fan.
And do we have like a reason for that, or was it just random?
I think I think it was just random, honestly. And I still talk to his dad. His dad and I are close, and he's a good Eagles fan. So
that's kind of funny. He just
it
randomly
really
switched to the
is.
Giants.
I know he doesn't
Did you like
watch
ever
this.
call him out and be like, "No, come on, you can't become a Giants fan"? Were you mad at
That's
him?
exactly what I've been saying that for years. He was like,
And he just
dude,
he's
I
like,
had
"No."
enough of winning. And I was like, dude, once we win the Super Bowl, I'm going to call you and you're going to be back. And then we did win the Super Bowl. And he was like, good job. You won one, win another. I'm like, bro, what?
that's a interesting story. Split up, switched out. Did he like tell you? Like, how did he tell you? He's just like, well, by the way, I kind of became a Giants fan.
I'm trying to think. Because it was back in third grade. I'm now 27. So I got to ask him. Like, I'll talk to him and I'll get back to you on that. Because I'm really am curious. Because I'm just like, he was a diehard Eagles fan. Like, his dad used to own a restaurant around here. And all the Eagles players came to his restaurant to eat dinner. So he would know, like, all these Eagles and stuff, take pictures with them and everything. And I was low-key jealous. But now I'm like, what is it now? Like, I just don't get it. I'd rather have a person that's motivated, that wants to play football, that's actually out there trying in JJ, even though I don't care about him. Being a person that doesn't have a feel for the game or doesn't have any passion for the game. And Hightower, I don't know. I don't care how good player he is. He just doesn't have the passion for the game. That's the way I feel, honestly.
About John Hightower, even?
Huh?
About John Hightower or JJ Arcega?
Well, he was talking about how Whiteside is on the team, and remember how Ammon asked, should we cut him? And then he's like, yeah, fact shows. Yeah. I mean, you can't cut him now. You just can't. But I made this into a video. I made a video like, what's today? Wednesday? I made the video like sometime last week. And I was like, I guarantee you guys, he will not be here next year. Whiteside will not be here next year. I guarantee that. Because I guarantee Fulgham will get better. I don't know about John Hightower. That's a completely different story about falling in love with the game or whatever. But it's just like, it is what it is. Yeah. The good thing about Hightower being on the practice squad is that he needs to work his way into the lineup. Yeah, you can say that with Fulgham as well. And Fulgham,
yeah, you always need competition for these guys. Yeah,
and Fulgham, he was my pick as a breakout player this year.
And he made
he was my pick before all this ever happened.
That's crazy.
So, it was a toss-up between him and Rager for me. That's why I have Rager on both 2 of my 3 fantasy teams. But I'm just saying, like, anything. I mean, Whiteside's the best blocking wide receiver we got. And to me, that's better. And he's not going to play a lot. He's mostly there for special teams. I mean, think about it. We got Smith. We got Watkins, Rager, Ward, and then those are 4. Then we got Whiteside as 5. Unless you're thinking about another wide receiver, but that will make me look bad. But yeah. Now, is there any players on the Giants you thought that would be cut, but is still there?
Let me think. I thought Afidi Adenabo or I don't know. Yeah. I never know how to say his name, to be honest. I thought he was gonna make the team, even though he did like nothing in camp. So I was a little surprised with that. Other than that, I thought David Sills was gonna make the team, but he got to the practice squad, so it's not that big of a deal to be honest. Like he has the same role in the team in the practice squad as what he would have been, which is like the last receiver on the roster. Let me think if there's anybody else. I'm just kind of quickly thinking about through the rosters. I think there was nobody that was that surprising to miss the team. It was actually a little surprising.
There goes Daniel Jones.
Man, you guys really like to hate on Daniel Jones, right?
Well, yeah. Oh my God, you know what I tweet, right?
What was it? I've seen some of your tweets about him.
But it's actually funny. I was doing this fantasy. I was doing Vic's fantasy draft. We were in a live stream. Then this Eagles content creator by the name of Birdman comes on. He was like, "Yo, Cockpizzle needs you. I mean, Mitch, Cockpizzle wants you right now."
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. But it was a call-in. So I'm like, why would I do a call-in? But it's for me, a call-in, the host can just delete you from the stream. Like, one-on-one, you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You can, then everyone will leave your stream. It's like, what the hell is that all about? So, for me, I would be like, okay, I need a one-on-one. The only reason he got drafted because his college coach was friends with Peyton Manning.
That was true. I remember that, actually. I honestly completely forgot about that. That was one reason people liked him because, like, he had, like, and he also had connection. Like, Peyton Manning had, like, said some good things, like, about Daniel Jones and stuff. That was one of the main reasons, like, people at the beginning, like, a lot of people were mad, but that was, like, one of the things people were like, well, Peyton Manning did say he was good, so maybe he is actually good.
Oh, my God. I remember that. Oh, my God. Who's your backup quarterback?
It's Mike Glennon right now.
Yeah. You like him or as a backup?
I mean, he was really bad at the beginning of the preseason. He ended up working out a little more. I'm not mad about it. But I actually liked the dude from last year. I forget his name, to be honest. But
okay.
I think he went to the Cardinals. Oh, it was the guy who used to be on Washington.
Right. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah. I liked him a little more, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal. They're both just not really gonna win you games or like have any role step in. So it really isn't that big of a deal. Except for watching preseason, it's a little unentertaining when you have a bad quarterback. But that's not the big deal. That's not what teams are focusing on. So I don't really care.
Now I want to talk about the fourth down conversions real quick because for the Eagles, they went for 2 4th downs and did not kick a field goal and missed one. Did not get one. So I just want to know, how did the Giants do on 4th down? Did they just go for the
Giants? I think they were like 1 for like 3 on 4th downs. You mean
in the last week they went for 4th down?
No, 3. I think they went for like
2 or 3.
Yeah, but that was like at the end of the game, which the garbage time when they're trying to do
that makes sense. Like we did that in the first half, I think. I'm like, what?
Yeah. But one thing I do know is that the Falcons were like on real actual 4th downs. I'm not talking like garbage time type stuff, like 3 through 3.
Hey Lucas,
I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not gonna fight with you. We played horrible last week. I'm not gonna fight with you on that. If you think the Giants season is over because of it, then I can argue with you. But if you think the Giants are a bad team, I could definitely see where you're coming from. There's no reason not to say it's a bad team. I have hope in it, but it was unacceptable though. The Falcons went 3 for 3 on like real 4th downs. One of them was a 4th and 7, and they got it. It was horrible, and it was also 3rd downs they converted. So we need to fix that. Our defense was not even that bad without that. Like we allowed this one big run at the end of the game, but that was after the game was already over. That was that big Melvin Gordon run. But other than that, our run defense was really good. And I feel like if we didn't let those 3rd and 4th downs, like we were better with that, especially the 4th, then we would be in a way, but we would have been at least way closer. But so that's something I really hope we fix next week.
Yeah. Yo, Samuel, what's up, my man? A loyal Titans fan, apparently. But yo, hit the like button, man. I really appreciate it. And guys, go subscribe to Football Talk with Benny. Please do. His knowledge goes unmatched. But Eagles, I'm calling it 12-5.
That's a
9-8. I'm going 9-8.
I would say you're gonna win 7, and from what I've seen so far, 7 to 9 wins. I would say.
Yeah. How about
maybe
your
10?
Giants?
I could see you guys winning 10 games.
How about your Giants?
I'm not gonna switch my predictions too much. I would say all your predictions, like if you're going like a area, I feel like it was more like I was saying like 8 or 9. Like I said, like I thought like it was gonna be like 9 to 11 or 11 wins maybe. I think now
Okay,
it's
so
more
you
like 8
have
to, now
the
I have more like 8 to 10 probably. I would say. I still
so you
think we
have
could
the Eagles and us like neck and neck. Eagles and Giants neck and
yeah, pretty much. I think we're pretty much around the same. It could change if the Eagles don't play the way they do next week. Then I probably will move them back down to my original type of thing more a little bit. But for now, I will put the Eagles up where a little higher than they were. I had them, which was like originally it was like 6 to like 9 wins or something like that. So
now
yeah, what else was
I forgot
well,
what you were gonna say. But I see the Giants and Washington just barely winning 6 games. This season they're gonna
if that
douse
happens, I
over
will be
7.
so mad. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we're too good. I don't see that happening. But our schedule looks really bad right now. Like earlier, it actually looked pretty good, and now it's like horrible. Like let me show you this.
Yeah,
Giants.
share the screen. I'll
It
pop it
looks
up.
like I saw the screenshot. Like I didn't even realize that. I saw the screenshot, and I'm like, yo, this is gonna be.
Well, the
This is gonna be.
Cowboys choked. I mean, the Cowboys choked. Come on, they choked. I'm
All
not
right, let's
calling them a
see.
good team until they win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like people are like this Cowboys win showed me that we're a good team, and I'm like, come on. I mean, this Cowboys game just showed me we're a good team. I'm like, come on, we got to see them win first. Let me share my screen though.
Yeah, please do.
Um,
Hey, 10 likes on the stream. Thank you
I mean,
guys.
there's like this classic, like this really popular screenshot going on Twitter, which showing like our next like bunch of games. It's first we play like the Saints, or no, we play Washington, then the Falcons, which is like not that bad. But then we play. This is like the tough run. Saints, then Cowboys, then Rams, then Panthers, then Chiefs, then Raiders, and then we have the bye, and then we play the Buccaneers. That's like the classic screenshot going from the Saints to the bye week or to Tampa Bay. There's like a very popular screenshot that's going all over like Twitter, getting like tons of likes.
Now,
People
keep
like,
this
oh
up
no,
real quick because I feel like you guys can. It's going to be tough with Washington, but I
Yeah.
can see you guys winning that.
let's
I
think.
don't
Well, I think I could see us winning it. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Let's think how we could like I think we'll win this Falcons game. I think we're probably gonna lose the Saints now.
Well,
We
the
lose
Saints, who's their quarterback?
Jameis Winston, but he played amazing.
Right.
I mean, if they keep up what they're doing, there's no way we're beating them. I think we beat the Panthers still. The Raiders, I thought we were gonna beat them. Now I don't know because they looked really good. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. I think we'll beat you guys at home. I think we could beat Dallas away even. I think we could beat one of these teams right here. Like at least win one of those. I think that's my goal for those games. Dallas at home, I think we win. Eagles away, I doubt we win that to be honest. And then I think we should try to hopefully win these 2 last games. So like if I was going for like a push, I'd be like 1 win, 2 wins. Like let's say we actually surprise the Raiders, 3 wins, 4 wins, 5 wins, 6, 7. So it's definitely not close to as good. But we'll have to see throughout the season. I mean, it really depends also on how other teams, do and all. Yeah, we'll definitely have to see what goes on. But right now, it does not look good. Like from the week 1 went horrible for us because a lot of our opponents did very good. So yeah, we'll see what happens with it.
Yeah.
But if we lose this Washington game, we're gonna be in trouble. Probably. So I don't think we're winning it. So
I mean, Fitzpatrick's out.
yeah, I know, but a lot of people are saying they'd actually rather play Fitzpatrick than Heineke, which I disagree with.
Yeah,
I disagree with, but I think there's definitely reasons why Heineke could be better. Because I mean Heineke, I feel like he actually is more safe with the ball, probably I would say, but I don't think he has the upside of like a guy like what's his name, Fitzpatrick, where he can really just like he can definitely score a lot of points.
He can go off like whenever, but now that he's injured, he's going to be out for like a while. So
I don't know. Do you know how like long he's going to be out?
He could be out for 7, 8 weeks or 10. Who the hell knows? But he could be out for like a long, long time. So I just gotta say that, and I just gotta ask you this: what was going through your mind once? I know I'm going back last
Yeah.
year. I'm going back to last year
Okay.
when Saquon Barkley went down with that ACL.
I'm just like, come on, like this might be our season right there. That's what my thought was. Like, I'm like, this might be our season right there. And I was just really disappointed because Saquon's my favorite player on the Giants, like by far right now. So, yeah, I was just disappointed. Like, I was just sitting there on the couch, just like staring. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. Because right when I saw that, I'm like, that's not a good injury, and that was tough watching that. That was really disappointing watching like him get injured because he was really getting going. Like that was like part. He wasn't. He was playing really good. Like he played. Like he didn't get anything really going. Like this game, kind of like this game, he didn't get anything going against like, Pittsburgh. And then the Bears game, he played like a quarter, but he was actually doing like really good. Like he was actually playing really well. Like he was like on track to actually do super good that game. And all of a sudden, like in the middle of like him like doing amazing, he just gets injured, and I'm just like, you're kidding me. You gotta be kidding. You don't know how, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I guess, Wentz injury was kind of like that for you guys in a way. That could have been even worse because you guys were in a good position.
Oh my God, Dante. Dante wants to know what was going through your mind with the Melvin Gordon, and then
I was just like, this defense needs to be better. I was just like, oh my God. I mean, it didn't bother as much as it would have been like if we were like really still in the game. I felt like at that point we were just like, we're not winning this, but it was just like a cherry on top. That was just like, it was the cherry on top for the Broncos, but for us, it was just like, I was just like, I was out by that game. I was like,
we were on, I think it was Nate Talks Sports calling, and I had Melvin Gordon's touchdown on the screen, and I kept on showing it to him. He was like, Nate, here you go. Nate, here you go. Like, I wouldn't have done that with you, but it's just so fun to troll Nate. Like,
Nate is very easy to troll sometimes.
Oh my God, yeah. Thank you.
Nate, I love Nate. Like, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, but so I was showing it, and then he goes, "Watch when Jalen Hurts throws an interception. Then I'm going to keep on doing it." I'm like, "Okay, buddy. Okay, we want to know your own one."
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
It's pretty tough for me to like talk like right now. At least I gotta wait for us to do like a little better, and you guys to do a little worse before I start like feeling like, like actually acting like confident about the Giants. Is like I have no reason to be confident I mean, there's no reason why like I should be more confident in the Giants this season because you guys just played like if it was like a little bit better, I could see like why. But like, I mean, you guys just played like way better than us. So I'm gonna wait a little bit till we see some more sample size, a bigger sample size of the season, and then maybe I'll get into more like I might debate a little bit more. I think the Giants will be better, but they got to show me more. I can't be like trying to back this team up when they're showing everything going down. Like I'm not gonna do that. That's just not like it just doesn't make sense. Like we're not playing good, so I don't know why I would like. I don't know exactly explain it, but I'm not gonna like if you're playing way better than us, then we have no reason to really be talking too much. We can talk about some things, but like as far as like a team as a whole, we don't have any reason to really be talking too much, like saying we're better than you and all. So I'll just like for now keep it as we'll have to wait and see.
This is actually funny here. I have a bet going with Nate.
Okay.
So after the first game, whoever loses has to make a shout out video to the other person. Like let's say the Eagles win, right? He will have to go, all right, Giants lost for a whole minute and say shout out to my guy Mitch Topsy, the Eagles are a better team, blah blah blah.
Oh my God.
But here's the funniest bet of them all.
Yep.
This is not even mine. So I'm talking about Balby and Eagles Uncensored, okay? So let's say they're both counting as a sweep. So let's say the Eagles sweep the Giants, which is I don't think that's going to happen at all. That's not going to happen. But let's say if it does. Balby has to change his fandom to the Eagles. So vice versa.
Wait, are they actually doing it? You said?
Yeah.
Or no? Wait, Balby and they're actually doing it?
Yeah.
Like it's like forever or for like a day or something like that.
Forever, man.
That's no way. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Balby, will it be like a messing around like, oh yeah, I'm an Eagles fan, or is it like, oh yeah, I'm like for sure an Eagles fan?
Yeah.
I think.
So I was like, if that was me, I would delete my channel after the second game. I would not go online for like a month. I'm like, I would not like show my face. Obviously, I would make a new channel, like, and hide my face. Like, that's
And
basically what I would do.
if
So
that was, if that was me, I would never do that. Because
I would
I
never
don't want to
either.
ever give away. I would never give away my fandom for the Giants to go become an Eagles fan.
Exactly. And I'm
That's
actually
crazy. I can't believe they both did that. I can't
yeah.
believe they both.
So I was just gonna ask, how'd you become a Giants fan? Family?
What?
How'd you?
Oh, okay. So the main way is from families. I'm actually from Philly. A lot of people don't know
Right,
this,
yeah,
and
we
I'm a
talked.
Sixers fan. Yeah, we talked about this, but I'm a Sixers fan for those who don't know. And so the reason why is because my dad is from New Jersey. My grandma's from New Jersey, and yeah, our family is like my grandma became a Giants fan when she was like 16, and then my dad became a Giants fan, and then now I'm a Giants. I stuck with it, so we actually have a pretty deep like I think my grandma started writing for the Giants before Super Bowl era and all that stuff. So like it's actually pretty cool. We've been Giants fans for a while now. So yeah, that's the main reason why. And then but like then the people ask me like, oh well like yeah, okay, that's fair. But like why are you still rooting for the Sixers? But nobody in my family really watches basketball, so when I had to pick a team, I'm just like, I'll just pick, where I'm from. Which is
Right,
Philly.
yeah,
So.
yeah.
Benny Coach Johnson asked, do you have faith in Daniel Jones? How did you feel after you fumbled the ball and when you guys were driving down the field to try to cut? I was really upset after that. I mean, I talked about the engines a little earlier in this. I don't think he's like horrible. He had a horrible game. I don't think he had a good game. That was like the main play that was really bad. He had a couple other like decently bad plays. But he didn't have anything that bad. That really ticked me off because the fumbling is just nonstop, and he has to learn how to slide. Like he's such a good runner. If he could just learn how to slide, he would actually be super dangerous because he can run and pass, in my opinion. Surprisingly. And we have to like incorporate that like I think more of the game. Like I feel like we don't really incorporate it for like the first three like quarters, and we do it like on third downs and like the fourth quarter. So if we can like kind of add that to, it will be like a lot more scary for teams and defenses. They have to focus on multiple things. That's the thing I want to see. Like a run pass option with him and like Saquon Barkley, because we did that last year with him and Wayne Gallman, and it worked very well. And that's with once again with Wayne Gallman, who defenses are not close to as scared of as Saquon Barkley. It's just by far Saquon is more the scarier player. But anyway, Daniel Jones, so I'm still kind of just waiting. I'm still waiting on seeing him. I think he had a pretty neutral game. Nothing in this game made me think he was better than I had him earlier. Nothing in this game really made me think that he was too much worse. Maybe slightly because of that fumble, but nothing really brought me down too much, to be honest. Still have the same thoughts as him I've had for literally this entire offseason. So, yeah, we'll wait to see. So we can see things. If he plays bad, he's definitely off the team. If he plays good, he's my franchise quarterback.
All right. So I got two things to say. I don't think I told you this, but how I became an Eagles fan.
Oh,
First of all, family is family. So I was at my uncle's house. I think I was like in elementary school at the time. And we were playing the Cowboys. And whenever the Cowboys had the ball.
Oh, yeah, I think you told me this, but yeah, I want to hear it again.
My family would boo at the TV so loud. And I'll be like, I hate them. Got it. And I'm like, perfect. And then this question is just going to bother me. I just have to ask it. How do you feel about Boston Scott? Like, do you hate him? Like, what are your feelings?
I don't like hate him. Like, I'm not going to hate a player for like doing good against our team. Like, that's not really like my mindset when it comes to like players. Like, I don't really hate players. Like, I'm like, good for them. They're doing great. But like, I don't like it like when he's playing on team. Like, oh my god, we gotta play Boston Scott. You gotta be kidding me, Like he is so good against us. I don't even know like what it is. I think it's that our team in the past couple years really struggles to play. Not just with him, but like you see it all the time with us, especially like in not last year, but like 2 years ago and stuff. Like we struggle so much with covering smaller player, or not covering, but like tackling smaller players, just in general. But Boston Scott really like exploits it and like showed it. Especially like not last year he was good against us, but that like other year he was like amazing against us.
Yo, what's up, Jordy? How you doing, man? How you doing?
So I'm always like a little worried when we gotta play Boston Scott. I'm just like this guy always he always destroys us, and no matter what,
even Deshaun Jackson. What are your feelings towards him?
Yeah, he also destroys us. I wasn't watching football as much when he was really good or whatever. So I don't have any.
Right.
I don't really have anything towards him.
Yeah.
Except for him being.
I think this was before. I think this was before your time. The Eagles had a punt returner or kick returner by name of Brian Mitchell, and that was like the Miracle of Meadowlands, one of them, and he just returned it straight to the end zone. And I was at my uncle's house. I'm always at my uncle's house when these things happen. I don't understand why.
Everything happens at your
I
uncle's
was
house.
talking to my aunt. I was talking to my aunt sitting down at the table, and my dad, my uncle start yelling. And I'm like, what's going on? They're like, look. I'm like, what am I looking at? Oh, thank you, Brian Mitchell. I'm like, I haven't been at my uncle's house in like a couple of years, but after each story I tell, it feels like I'm always there.
All the memories are there. All the Eagles memories.
Yeah.
You must have felt like amazing with all those Miracle in the Meadowlands. It just must have felt great. Like, right? The Deshaun Jackson one and the what's it called? That was the one. I remember I was actually I was watching football, and the one with the what's your kicker's name again? Jake Elliott one.
Yeah.
Kicked that ending game one. It's not like as popular of a one, but it's still like people consider it to be one. I was actually playing like a soccer game, and my dad was like tells me after soccer games, he's like, we lost, and I'm like, wait. I'm like, oh my god, what did we do to like blow the lead? And he's like, yeah, well, we scored and it scored back, and they came down and scored like what was it, how long ago do you know what that was?
What?
Like the Jake Elliott kick or whatever that we
I forget.
I think it was like 50. Yeah, was it like 58 yards or something, or was it not that long?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, you have to be kidding me. But yeah, the most recent like really main thing I was like mad about with the Eagles is when we were like, there's two times. The first one was like, do you remember like a couple of years ago the time we lost you guys in overtime with like what's his name destroyed us? Zach Ertz like destroyed us. He had like the game. I was at that game in Philly in that game.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm from Philly and I get the. Okay, I actually have a really cool story to tell you.
Go for it.
So, actually, I have. Okay, so basically, I actually went to that game because I'm from Philly, and my aunt has like tickets to the game or whatever. There's like she has like Eagles season tickets, and so they were actually a really good spot, and of course they happened to be at the spot which is the away team's tunnel. So I was so obviously I'm a kid, so I'm allowed to walk up to like kind of the front. It's like when they're coming in and stuff, and I actually this was like one of like maybe my favorite cheers like ever. I went to the front. I feel like at like halftime or something, like to try to see them like going back. And they're like, at first I thought I was like in trouble because they're like, somebody's like, yo, come over like over here. And then they're like, oh hi. And they're like, we want to like try to get you some memorabilia from the players at the end. Like we're gonna try our best, like really, because they're like, trust me, it happens all the time. So come here at the end of the game, and we guarantee we'll find some stuff for you. Like they'll give some stuff to you. So I got a few players memorabilia. First, I got DeAndre Baker's gloves. Then I got, Michael Thomas. I don't know if you know him. He's from the Giants. Yeah, I got one of his gloves. I got Golden Tate's gloves. And then we were waiting a while because we saw Saquon Barkley doing a jersey swap with Miles Sanders. And he was walking down, and then he threw me his hat, which was really cool. So I have this his game hat, which is like really cool. And you can I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's like a show on what is it, Amazon? It's like a show, it was about the Eagles a couple of years ago, and they actually showed him like with the hat on the sideline, and I'm like, that's my hat right there. I'm like, that's my hat. So that's pretty cool. That was really a fun experience. So, but I was at that game and I watched the entire overtime like front up close because I was waiting for everybody to run through the tunnel. So that I saw that touchdown right in my face, that was pretty disappointing, but it was worth all the memorabilia. But and then the other one I was really mad about was it was last year with the whole Boston Scott had that touchdown at the end. You guys came back, and that was just so disappointing.
Yeah. So I told this story many times. I think this is before you, but do you know the play 4th and 26 for the Eagles?
No, I actually don't.
Oh, okay. So the Eagles were, I forget what yard line they were at. We were against the Green Bay Packers. There was a playoff game. And McNabb hiked it, threw it to Freddie Mitchell, right? Threw it to Freddie Mitchell for the catch and the first down. Call timeout, kick a field goal, we win the game.
Oh, my God.
And I was there. I was in the box seats. My dad had box seats.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And we see a bunch of Green Bay fans there. So me and a couple of Eagles fans in the box, not my dad, threw a couple beer bottles at them. I was
Oh
so
my
young
God.
and inaccurate. I hit the steps, but I'm like, hey, it was still worth it. I'm like,
Oh my God, you guys.
yeah,
Wow,
and
that's crazy.
yeah.
You
So
guys always get lucky with those things. I don't know how you guys do it. Like, your team. It's just like that luck at the end of the game. Like all of a sudden, they just like, the NFL is like, come on, all right, Eagles, it's your time. You know, do your crazy play or whatever.
all right, so we're closing in on an hour.
All right.
Benny, I'm glad you were
Yeah.
able to come on. It was great. We'll do this again when
Yeah,
the
definitely.
Eagles play the Giants. We'll do that
Oh
again,
yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
I want to get this is my goal. I want to get you, Bobby, Nate, you three, and then I'll get two other people with me.
Yeah.
And
Okay, that'll be
actually,
fun.
wait, I got full-time senior. I could even go 5-5 if I wanted to. Yeah, I could do 10. So, do you know any other Giants creators?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean,
There is a lot.
if you
I would
want like
love Cock Pistol, but he's scared. But he's like scared of me. But yeah. So I'll definitely set that up. That'll be great. That'll be
yeah,
fun.
that'll be fun.
That'll
Yeah,
be great.
if you need more Giants content creators, I can send you a list.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
there's a
I'll
lot.
send you Balby and Nate like a group DM. I'll probably
Yeah.
do that either today or tomorrow, and then yeah, we'll start hooking up from there. But yeah. Thank you for coming on, man. Hopefully the Giants win tomorrow. Like seriously, if the Giants win, I'll be happy.
Really?
And if the Washington wins, I'll be happy as well. It's a good football game. That's all I want. All I
Yeah.
want is a good football game.
I
It'll
hope
be
it's a
very
good football
fun.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's
So,
close.
guys,
I hope we at least make it close. That's my goal.
oh yeah. So that's us. We're gonna make the playoffs. But guys, just please subscribe to Benny. His link is in the description, and tell him your Twitter.
It's at FBT_Benny. That's what it is.
All right, I'll type it
Yeah,
in
you can
right
find
here.
it. You can find it also on my YouTube page. Just like my Twitter is like linked on it. So if you need to
Yeah.
find it.
All right. Sounds good, man. Thank you for coming on again. We got to do this again. And guys, subscribe, hit the notification bell, smash that like button, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and me on Snapchat and Cup. You guys know the whole deal. I have another stream in an hour, so I need to rest my voice. All right, guys. MK out. Peace.
Peace.